Hello, it's Heidi here from Casey Cadinia Libraries, and I'm back for another instalment of our Creative Screen Time Stop Motion Tips. Today these guys are going to help me demonstrate making a stop motion film with a still camera. That is probably the easiest way to make stop motion, but there are some important things to know before you get started. So we'll get back to our cast in a minute. If you're lucky, you might already have a purpose-built stand or tripod for your phone or camera. It might be something like this one, or it might be an octopus-style one like this guy's using. If you are not lucky enough to have something on hand already, don't worry. I can show you a bit later how to make your own. But first, back to these guys and why being able to control the position of your camera is so important. First up, I'm going to show you a very short stop-motion film I made, and I'm playing back at a slow frame rate. Do you notice the picture jumps around a fair bit? That's because I'm trying to hold the camera steady in my hand, and while I'm using the onion skin function in my stop-motion app to try and line up my characters in the frame, my hand is not as steady as I'd hoped, and I waste a lot of time trying to line things up and keep my camera in the same position. So these guys are going to help me to try again. Oh, except Baseball Dude, who quit after the first take. Apparently he got a better offer from a big Hollywood studio. So this time you will see that even though there are some things I still need to work on in this next clip, like the focus and the positioning of my actors, overall it is much smoother to watch. Why is that? It's because I used my homemade phone stand and some blue tack to stick the stand to the table and then stick my phone to the stand to limit the movement of my phone camera as much as I could. So how do you make a stand for your phone? There are lots of different ways. Half the fun of stop motion is finding things around your house that you can improvise with. Maybe there is something like a plate stand that is just the right height and angle for you, or some sort of framework you can attach your phone to with maybe rubber bands. Don't worry if you can't find anything though. If you go online and search for simple cardboard phone stand or template for cardboard phone stand, you'll get some ideas for something that suits you. Okay, so I found my template and printed it out. Now I need to make sure I have a piece of cardboard that is strong enough to hold my phone up, like this piece that's corrugated in the middle. Now I can glue my template onto my cardboard. I found it easier to cut off the excess cardboard first, then go back and trim out the finer details of the shape. The most important part to be careful about is making sure that the line along the bottom is cut out nice and straight, or maybe your photos will end up all on a bit of an angle. I also grabbed a ruler and a pen and firmly traced down the centre fold line to help start off my fold and keep it as straight as I could. And that's it. Pretty easy, huh? Now I'm all set to take my film with a still and stable camera. Of course, there are other ways to film stop motion that don't rely on you keeping your camera in just one place. Jason will be along soon to tell you about working with a dynamic camera. But for me, that's it for now. Have fun making your stop motion epic, and I'll see you another time.